Okay, I want you to think about these two colors I have on the screen. I've got a white square and a black square. And I want you to ask yourself, are you conscious when it's light out or when it's dark out? And so which square would you choose to represent day and evening? And of course, you would hopefully choose the white square because it's light out during the day and it's dark in the evening. So, once again, it's light out in the day, it's dark in the evening. White, in this case, will represent the light, and dark square or black square will represent the night. Okay, and you are generally awake during the day, therefore white represents being awake, and you are asleep at night, therefore the color black will represent sleep. Okay, another word or words corresponding to awake and asleep are conscious and unconscious. So you're conscious during the day, and because you are asleep at night, you are unconscious. So the color white, in this case, represents consciousness, and the color black represents unconsciousness. Now, I also want to mention the fact that you can see by the light of the sun during the day. So you are able to see more during the day when it is light out, and you are able to see less when it is dark. Okay, and once again, the light represents consciousness, the dark represents unconsciousness. Waking and sleeping, on, respectively. Okay, so now let's place these colors in directions, and want to start out by choosing the direction that we are conscious of. And are we conscious of what is in front of us? And the answer is yes. And so we're going to place a white square in front. We cannot see what is behind us, so therefore we are not conscious of what is behind us. So we're going to put a black square in back. Likewise, we can see in front and above because vision is in the head or in the upper part of the body. So this corresponds to consciousness. We are unconscious or unable to see behind, and incapable of seeing below because vision is not in the feet or lower part of the body, but in the head. Okay? In addition to this, we are able to see to our right if we are reading or writing and therefore paying attention to the right. And we are unable to see to the left if we are reading and therefore paying attention to the right. Okay, so now we have 6 directions of consciousness, because what is in front on a diagram is also what is above, and what is behind is also what is below. To the right, we have consciousness also, and to the left we have unconsciousness. Now, we flip the arrow in order to indicate that we are up, wake up in the morning, and we lay down in the evening. Okay. We've also changed the square on the right to point to the right. And in just a moment, the slide has changed the square that was black on the left to an arrow pointing to the left. Okay. Now the next step is we are going to look at the colors of the sun. And the primary colors of the sun are red, yellow, and orange. They correspond to daylight or consciousness. The colors of the moon are black, blue, and purple. And those represent the unconscious mind. We're just taking those as the ones that are left, the primary colors that are left. Okay, so now we can take two colors corresponding to consciousness, and from that we get the color yellow for air and the color red for fire. And those are derived from the colors of the sun. Also, we've got the color blue for water, corresponding to the moon, and also the color black for earth. Now we're going to flip these arrows so that we have both our air and fire signs pointing up, representing consciousness or the rising principle. And in just a moment, okay, the diagram has flipped, and we've got both water and earth pointing down. Okay, so this is basically how the Golden Dawn system corresponds to the elements, the directions, directing attention, conscious and the subconscious mind. So once again, we're up in the day, so the arrows pointing up correspond to day, consciousness, the sun, and the arrows pointing down correspond to evening, moon, sunset, setting something down. We're not going to get too complicated because we want you to get these basic correspondences first. Now these last diagrams are showing the flashing colors, and we'll get into those as well, and they're basically the opposite colors. So the opposite of air is purple, the opposite of red is green, the opposite of blue is orange, and the opposite of black is gray.